Hello, hello. Happy New Year, everybody. I'm so happy to be here with you and celebrate the new year. We made it. We are in a new year. I hope you all had a fantastic New Year's Eve and you, arrived well in the new year in 2024. And you hopefully had already a great few first hours and a great first day. I minimum had it. I loved it already. So welcome here, everybody. It's so good to see you. And we will get started. This is actually a live episode of the Raise Your Energy podcast. So welcome to this episode of the Raise Your Energy podcast. If you don't know me yet, my name is Lange, and I am the host of the podcast and an energy expert. And I'm so glad to have you here today. You know, it's New Year's Day. This is a time where we are used to set New Year's resolutions, right? And I've done them in the past, and you might even have some. You have already probably thought about it. Either you have some or you actually said, nah, not this year. And when I had them in the past, not all of them, but I must say most of them just didn't work out. Lots of them actually already failed in that January of the new year, and that might resonate with you as well. So today I want to share with you what I do now instead of setting New Year's resolutions. And as you can imagine, I'm not doing exactly that anymore, right? Not in the typical sense. When I want to change something, I now have an approach that is a little bit different, with a different kind of mindset and different techniques that help me as well now to actually stick to what I actually want to stick to and do what I say I want to do. So let me share that with you in this episode, in this video. So the problem is when we are in New Year's resolution mode is that we try to force something through willpower. And that is our problem number one, that willpower is just not enough. We will ourselves, for example, to go to the gym, right? We force ourselves because logically it makes sense for us so we can get fitter, healthier, and look better and just feel better in our skin. And whatever the reasons are, we willfully get us to go to the gym. That's normally what we do in the new year when we set this New Year's resolution of going to the gym. But willpower comes from our conscious mind, which is actually just 5% responsible for our reality and who we are. 95% of who we are actually sits in our subconscious mind. So the willpower, the 5%, is fighting against the 95% of who we are. And guess who wins? It's not going to be the willpower. So that's why we give up on New Year's resolutions quite often so quickly, because willpower is just not enough. It's not that powerful as we might sometimes think. It can give us that short burst at the beginning of the year, and then it just fades away. It trickles away as it cannot keep up against the opposing beliefs and likes and dislikes and perceptions and attitudes that are programmed in our subconscious mind. And that is a problem number one, that willpower is just not enough. Okay? So that leads me actually as well to our second problem with New Year's resolutions that we come up against, especially if we fail them. And that is that we stay the same person. Let me explain. We want to change something in our lives, but internally, on the inside, we stay the same person. I mean, I have never really learned properly about change when I was young, not at school and not from my parents. They didn't know either. So you might not know any better as well. I always thought that if you want to make a change, you make that change on the outside, in your environment, in your life that is happening, right? And that's the only thing really that you can do. That's how change works. So if I want to stop, for example, eating sugar as a New Year's resolution, I just have to stop eating sugar, right? So what do? I remove all of my sweets, my chocolate, all of my candy from my kitchen. And that should do the trick, right? Hmm. But by now, we probably have had enough experience to try to change such a habit and fail at it, right? You probably have an example of something like that. We know that it's not that easy to just remove on the 1st of January the candy, the chocolate, and the sweets out of the kitchen, and that will do the trick. And now my habit is changed. It's not that easy. And that's the case. It is actually not that easy to just do it. What I described to you just now is just not working because internally, you are still the same person that likes to eat sugary treats. You have not changed your beliefs or your perceptions, your identity as a person that loves to eat sweets and chocolate. So just taking away then the sweets, the candy, the chocolates, just throw it all out of your house, out of your environment, is not going to make you instantly into a person that does not like, want, or need to eat sweets or chocolate anymore. It just doesn't, sadly. Otherwise, nobody would have any problems changing any habit in their lives. And, well, we do, right? So I will share with you in a minute how you can better approach changing your habits like that in the future from now on forwards for 2024. That sounds great, right? But let me cover, first of all, one more problem that is quite typical when it comes to New Year's resolutions. And that is actually that we put our goals, that what we want, our desires or our dreams, into the future. And that's sometimes where it actually stays, just in the future forever. So let me give you a few examples of what I mean by that. If I go now to the gym for the next year, once or twice per week, whatever the rhythm is, then I will finally be a fit person. That is one example. Another example would be if I stop eating sugar for a year, I will be able to lose weight and be healthier and feel better about myself. Another example of where the goal is in the future. And another one is if I work really hard this year in 2024, I finally can go for that promotion that I so desire, that I so want. Another example where the goal, of course, in the future. And to be honest, we probably think that that's normal and it kind of feels normal. It is normal, especially to you at the moment still, and it was to me for most of my life. But all of these statements of goals and hopes and dreams, they are based in the future. But if you think like that, and if you keep talking like that and always keep them in the future, then they always stay in the future and never come into your reality now. But you want to bring it into the now, right? You want to bring it into the present moment because this is the only time we can actually make a change. The past doesn't exist, the future actually doesn't exist, only in our minds. The present moment, the here and now, is the only time where we can truly make a change. So having the thought that one day you will be able to lose weight means that you never lose the weight in the here and now because you think and you believe and you speak like that, that it's just going to happen in the future. Because you're telling your reality and your body in that moment that the losing of the weight is still in the future. It's never going to happen now. Does that make sense to you? Yeah? Great. Fantastic. Oh, hi, Elena. Oh, so great that you're here from Italy. So nice to have you here on the live. Thank you for being here and Happy New Year to you too. Okay. So what I just shared with you about the future might seem now pretty simple and pretty clear to you. Oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense. And it is, but we think very often like that without realizing it. If we think, if we have these kind of thoughts, if we believe it as well, or we speak like that to ourselves, but as well to other people, that something will happen in the future, then there is a possibility that it will never happen in the now. So watch out for how you think about your New Year's resolutions and how you talk about them as well. But let me get to a way of making change in your life that solves all of these three problems that we've just covered. And that is to embody the future you already want to have now. It's all about embodiment. When I want to be a person, for example, that doesn't drink alcohol for a year, then I am not waiting for a year to be that person that hasn't drunken alcohol for a year. No, I decide to be that person already now. I don't try to be the person that tries to not drink alcohol. No, I am the person that doesn't drink alcohol for a year. I am already living in the body and in the mind of a person that doesn't drink alcohol. And I ask myself then, if I'm the embodiment of that person who has successfully not drunken alcohol for a year, I can ask myself the question, how does the person who has accomplished that thinks? What kind of thoughts do they have about alcohol, about going out without drinking, about being the designated driver, whatever comes to your mind about that? How does that person think after not drinking for a year? How do they behave when they go to a party, to a restaurant, when they get asked to, if they wanted to have a drink, what do they say? How do they speak about them not drinking for a year or about alcohol or drinking in general? That is what true embodiment is. And that way I start to be that person already now, because now the present moment is the only time I can make a change on the inside, not just on the outside, but on the inside, to actually be that person and change into that person that I want to actually be now. Does that make sense to you? Yeah. So by embodying the person that you want to be in a year's time now, you overcome the problem of willpower being limited, right? Our first problem was that willpower is just never enough because it fizzles out. Because you are now changing your identity already, your beliefs and your perceptions to be that new person, and therefore your subconscious programming gets updated as well. You don't have to fight anymore against those 95% of our subconscious mind with willpower. No, you actually are now reprogramming your subconscious mind as well. And therefore, your subconscious mind, your new beliefs, your new perceptions, your new identity is going to help you to bring that to life, to, for example, not drink anymore or go to the gym regularly. So let's take that example. So you are not going to be you don't have to just be a fit person in a year's time, because that's when you went to the gym for 1 or 2 times per week for a year. You can actually decide to be that fit person now. Who says you can't? I mean, I don't. I actually tell you to be that person now. If you want to be a fit person and want to go regularly to the gym in 2024, then be that fit person now. And then ask yourself from in your everyday life, ask yourself, how does that person think about going to the gym? Do they struggle with it? No, of course not, because they're already a fit person. For them, it's completely normal, right? So they think differently about going to the gym than you might as your current identity who didn't go to the gym for the last 10 years. That's about me. So how does that fit person, that new identity as well, talk about going to the gym? So they probably just mention it very easily to people. It's like, oh no, Tuesday evening, sorry, I can't do that because I'm going to the gym. Because it's just completely normal to them. They have done it for a year already. Does that make sense to you? So I actually to tell you to be that fit person already now. Try on that identity of that fit person that you want to become now. Because then all of your systems, your subconscious mind, all of your programming gets changed into that new identity of the fit person and will actually help you to accomplish this easier. You are already changing. You're not anymore that old self that didn't go to the gym, right? So you don't even have to fight it anymore because you're already becoming now the new identity. If you don't want to, for example, eat sugar for a year because you want to lose weight and you want to feel healthier and be happier with how you look like, then be the person that loses weight now. If you are embodying that person that has lost the weight that you want to lose, how does that person maintain that new body weight, right? Think about it like that. Okay, I am now the person who has lost, let's say, 20 pounds because that's what you want to lose. Okay, I have lost it now, but how do I live my life now, maintaining that weight loss and not putting it on again? I have now accomplished it. I'm living a different life now. And how do I maintain that new body weight? What have I done to actually reach it? What are my new habits that I have now? So how do I actually think about eating sugar? How do I think about sweets and candy? What are my new habits and behaviors around chocolate and sugar in general? And that way you will be able to be already that person and start to lose the weight now and not just in the future after months of stopping yourself from eating what you truly want to eat, you know? And by changing inside of you and becoming that person now, who knows? Maybe that person that lost all of that weight and feels healthier now and better about themselves has actually quite good habits about eating sugar and sweets every now and then as a treat in a healthy kind of way. So they have found a way of having some kind of chocolate and some kind of sweets every now and then as a really balanced diet and still enjoying themselves. Makes sense, right? And the third example that we had as well, it was about working hard, right? So let's say you want to have a promotion, but you don't feel like you can probably have it yet. You still have to work hard this year and really show up and prove yourself in some way. Let's say, for example, that you think like that. So you want to work hard and really give all of your best in 2024 so you can go for that promotion afterwards. But who says that you cannot go for the promotion now? I bet if you think like that, you are actually the kind of person who is already doing a great job, right? So why wait? Start to have the conversation about a promotion with your boss or other leaders in your company now and not just in a year's time or closer to the end of the year. They could even help you to get there much quicker if they know that that's your goal and that that's what you're working towards. Why can you not have that conversation already now and sharing with them what your plans are, and they can help you on that journey? And if this promotion you're looking for is not inside of your company, but outside of your company, why wait to write your resume now and apply for the jobs? Why not do it now? Maybe you have the thought that, well, I need to be in my current role for 3 years before I can go for the next promotion. I have to prove myself somehow. But I can tell you, this is bullshit. I worked for over 10 years in HR, so I'm an HR professional, and it's just not true. There are companies out there that promote people after 2 years. I have worked for companies like that. I have been promoted quicker than that. Or they will just see your potential and they don't care about the 3 years because they want you now, because they need you now. You know, companies post jobs because they need people now. And you are probably just so good that they will go, who cares about the 3 years and the lesser experience? They did a great interview, they had a great resume, so let's give them the job because we need them now. So embody the person that is getting the promotion now. How does this person that just got the promotion as well think like? What are their thoughts about having gone through that process of getting the promotion and getting it quicker as well than you expect? How do they speak about it? What have they done as well to get the promotion? Use your imagination to come up with the actions that you can actually take now, while, of course, you're giving your best at your job, obviously, but you're already doing that now. I know that. Okay, so these were my examples today that I wanted to share with you. So the problems that we can come up with when we're in New Year's resolution mode. I know that I have failed so many of them, and I don't want you to fail again in 2024. So again, embody the person that you want to be now. Be that person now and really leverage their thoughts, their behaviors, their perceptions of the world, their beliefs, their attitudes, their actions. What kind of actions do they take? And I actually have as well a free 7-day training starting this Saturday, where you can create that new you, that new identity in just 1 week. So look below the video to find the sign up link. It's only free now for the next couple of weeks where we're running those 7 days together. And afterwards, because it's so good, it's going to be a paid product. So this is the only time where you can go through that journey with me together for free as well. So sign up now. The link is below the video. And what we do together in those 7 days is that I will explain to you as well what all the important ingredients are to look out for when you want to embody your future self. So we will go more into that. And then what you actually do as well afterwards, once you decided who you want to be. And what you can do as well to bring that person to life every single day. So we will talk more about it. And again, the sign up link is below, so don't miss out on that. I would love to have you there. It's going to be a fantastic 7 days. You will get a little video, about 10-minute video, more or less, every single day with some reflective questions. So I really take you by the hand for you to create a new you for 2024. And then bring it to life as well. This is the important bit, right? Not just to create the new you, but actually bringing it to life, bringing it into your life so it becomes your reality. And what we have done today is that you learned quite a few good reasons why your New Year's resolutions in past years might have failed, right? We've heard about the problem of that willpower is just not enough, that you just stay the same person and you actually want to become a different person, so it actually works. And that sometimes we put things into the future instead of putting it into the now. But in the new you 7-day journey together, I will share with you as well many more hurdles or stumbling blocks that we can put in our own way to not become the person that we want to be, that is actually living the life of our dreams. So I will share more with you in that New Year journey, some other reasons why you might have failed in the past to make that one big change in your life that you do want to make. And additionally, I will help you as well to become clearer on your vision and on your purpose, on who you actually want to become. Maybe you don't have any New Year's resolutions, and that's fine as well. I don't have them either. I have a different tactic now. But maybe you have questions around what is my purpose in life, or who am I actually? Who do I want to be? Because the thing is, it's your choice. You can be whoever you want to be. And I will explain that to you as well, actually on day one, straight away on the 7-day journey. So you can actually come with me on that 7-day journey and create a clear vision for 2024. How cool would it be to go into 2024 with a sense of purpose and with a new sense of who you actually want to be? Right. So sign up for the 7-day journey that we're going to start this Saturday on the 6th of January. And take the opportunity. You will love it. In just 1 week, you can create a new you that you actually want to be. And I would love to see you there and hear from you as well, how you experience this journey and bring it to life afterwards. So come and join us. And thank you everyone for being with me here today. Again, I wish you a happy, happy, happy new year. Not just you, as well, your family. And let this be the best year yet. Decide that this is going to be the best year that you ever had. How about that? And make sure as well to subscribe to my channel if you have not already. If you're not already a subscriber, make sure that you do it now before we say goodbye, so you don't miss out on next week's episode. Every week there is a new video, there is a new episode of the Raise Your Energy podcast. And next week, it's actually going to be a good one. I already created it, so I can tell you it's going to be a good one, and you don't want to miss out on that one. Well, I will say thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for being here live with me. Thank you for leaving all your lovely comments and all your lovely emojis. I say thank you again. And with that, I love you and I will leave you now. Talk soon and bye-bye, everybody.